So, this is where we're staying. You can see at the top of the street there, that's where we're staying, beyond that, sort of opposite that house up there. And there's the post office, and the little church there. There's about 4 pubs, several tea rooms, and a partridge in a pear tree. And then, if we carry on along here, we will reach the sea. This is Alnmouth. There's 2 bus stops. There's a bus stop here as well, and there's one sort of outside the post office. And our main bus is X18, and it's, for all intents and purposes, a coastliner which runs between Berwick and Newcastle. So, sort of, we're in the centre between the two, north and south, which is good. I haven't quite worked out which way the buses actually run, because I don't think it's circular, but anyway, so you can see it's quite a short walk just down here, and then the Aln River is running along behind those houses there, and the estuary here is where the Aln reaches the sea. There is in fact a little island off the coast just there. The tide never goes out that far, and I don't think there's anything important on the island. Here there's a little sort of memorial garden at the bottom here, and then if you go that way there's like a sort of harbour at the bottom. That's Halifax Hill. Don't ask me why it's called Halifax Hill, but it is. So, there you are. That is a sort of area of wetland which used to be a sort of harbour, and there's a boat club and stuff down there. Then there's Halifax Hill on the other side there. And this is the mouth of the Aln, hence Alnmouth. Flows across the beach and into the sea. These are basically, for all intents and purposes, sand dunes. And across the sand dunes, there's quite a number of them actually. But across the sand dunes lies the beach, which we're going to right now. Here we are. There's about 1 billion ways to get down to this beach through these sand dunes. And this is the estuary. It flows out to the sea just round there. See? So this here is the estuary of the Alnmouth on the top there. This beach is, well, this part of the beach is a large floodplain. You can see where the Aln was once much larger as it flows through that sort of gap there. I don't know what's happened, but they call them like sort of salt marshes now. So I think maybe something happened with the tide or something. And it's a small far smaller river than it used to be, at least at this stage. Maybe it's sediment and it's just sort of widened what was a deeper tract. I don't know. But that flows out into the sea. Now, there's several things to note about this beach. Firstly, the tide comes in quite a way, so this bit down here stays moist and wet the entire day. There is a little bit of dry sand, sort of fine, wispy sand, in front of the the dunes, and the dunes carry all the way along here, around to sort of the mouth of a cove, basically. We're in a cove here. One side of the cove is sort of over there, the other's right at the far end. And I've never sort of got round the end of that cove. I'm not sure there's much there of interest. Anyway, you can see this is also a tidal river up here, because obviously it stretches quite a long way across the beach before it reaches the sea, and the tide is probably coming in now, I would have thought. So, if you look there, you can see that's the main entrance to the beach, and above it is the third oldest golf course in the country, apparently. I don't do golf, so I'm not very interested, but the golf course does stretch all the way down the side of this cove, along with the dunes that are in front of it, more built up, more sort of deep around here, around the estuary bit. Sorry, I'm having to wait for tourists to pass by, but anyway. So that stretches all the way along the top. There's access down that road to a huge car park as well by the golf course, so it's easily accessible, well, at least as far as the main entrance to the beach. Not so accessible through the dunes, obviously, and once you get onto a beach, well, a beach is a beach, isn't it? You can see here that it floods regularly, this bit. You can see where islands at sort of mid-tide are, basically, as well. Lows, they call them. The beach for the most part is sandy, but if I can zoom in over there, we may have gone out of focus. If I zoom in right over there, you can see a bit that sticks out there. That is where there are some rock pools. The rock pools really only show at low tide. They stretch quite a way out, and so they're only really visible when the tide is almost fully out. And by the looks of it, the tide is way too far in now for them to sort of show. But that is where I encountered the hermit crabs.